Hey guys, today's little vlog is about what I make as a resident doctor. So I thought I'd start off by explaining what a resident doctor is. Here in Canada, after you finish your 4 years of medical school, you then get matched after this huge complicated application process to the residency. Depending on the program that you match to, your residency can be anywhere from 2 to 5 years. So I'm in year 2 of a 5-year program right now, and I'm almost finished. I've done 4 years of med school, 4 years of my undergrad, and 2 years so far of my residency, so I've been a student for about 10 years of my life. So in Canada, all residents are paid slightly differently depending on what province you work in. So where I live in Nova Scotia, we are combined with 3 other maritime provinces, meaning 3 East Coast provinces that are also very small, to form one collective union called Maritime Resident Doctors. So residents working in PEI, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick all get paid the same amount. Every resident in their first year of residency gets paid one set salary. So whether you're in general surgery, psychiatry, family medicine, in your first year, you get around $65,000 a year. Every year, that number goes up by $5,000, so $5,000. They add on inflation of 1.5%. So you get your salary plus $5,000 plus 1.5%. Starting last July, moved up from around $64,000 a year to getting about $71,000 a year. Next year, when I'm in PGY3 or my 3rd year, I'll make around $76,000 a year. In PGY4, $81,000, and PGY5, my 5th year, around $86,000. And residents, because of things like mat leave or because they might choose to take on extra academic projects or get their master's or PhD during their residency, you really can be a resident up to 8 years, I believe, and your salary continues to go up by $5,000 a year. So if you were in PGY8 this year, if you were in your 8th year, you'd be making $105,000 a year. That salary is significantly less than staff physicians would make. And by staff physicians, I mean those who have completed their residency training, passed their residency training, and passed their Royal College exams. It's significantly less, but it's still an excellent salary. We do put in a lot of hours for that salary. It's definitely not a 40-hour work week for most programs in most years. In first year, during some rotations, I was working sometimes 90-hour work weeks because of all the call that we do. So that's another way that we can get paid. We get what's called a call stipend. So call shifts are either working nights or weekends. Through our contract, we're able to bill up to 7 call a month, and sometimes the call shift is 12 hours, sometimes it's 26 hours. Let's say you're staying in the hospital overnight, you'd get an extra $150 if you were doing a home call. So if you're on a less busy service that had fewer overnight emergencies, you might be allowed to stay home and only get called in if necessary. In that case, for a home call, you would get more like $70 added on. In summary, for all of that information, last year, approximately with my $64,000-ish salary plus working 7 call shifts a month, I would have made around $70,000 Canadian that year. So when you take that number and you consider how many hours I worked on the average week, I make about $21 per hour worked. All in all, I feel pretty lucky to be in my program, and actually maritime resident doctors in the 3 provinces I mentioned, we make the most of all the different residents across Canada, so I feel lucky to be here. Looking forward to progressing through the years and becoming a staff someday. So that's my little blurb for today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and subscribe. And if you want to see more content about what it's like to be a resident doctor, please do let me know and I'd be happy to make more videos. Take care, guys.